Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdullah Ammar bin Abdul Halim, and today I will present to you about liquid extraction unit. What is liquid extraction? Liquid extraction, also known as solvent extraction and partitioning, a method to separate compound or metal complex based on their relative solubilities into different immiscible liquids, usually water, polar, and an organic solvent, non-polar. Liquid extraction is a counter-current separation process for isolating the constituent of a liquid mixture. This involves the extraction of a solute from a binary solution by bringing it into contact with a second immiscible solvent in which the solute is soluble. Many solutes may be present in the initial solution, and dye-extracting solvent may be a mixture of solvents designed to be selective for one or more solutes, depending upon their chemical type. This type of process is commonly performed after a chemical reaction as part of the workup, often including an acidic workup. Objective: first, to operate a liquid extraction experiment using a rotating disc column. Second, to determine the height equivalent theoretical plate HETP for the column. Third, to investigate the effect of the solvent to feed flow rate ratios and rotating disc speed on the HETP. Process flow diagram. First, feed vessel B1 and B2, graduated cylindrical vessel with 50 liter capacity, rotating disc column, a DN80 packet column with 10 mm stainless steel saddles. Effective height of column is 2 meter. Dosing pump P1 and P2, 0.022 kilowatt piston pump with up to 42 liter per hour capacity. Receiving vessel B3 and B4, graduated cylindrical vessel with 50 liter capacity. Pulsation damper B5 and B6, reducing fluctuation of feed flow rate. Rotating disc steerer can control the speed of steerer up to 1000 rpm. Safety consideration: the unit must be operated under the supervision of an authorized staff who has been properly trained to handle the unit. All operating instructions supplied with the unit must be carefully read and understood before attempting to operate the unit. Feedstock with severely affected PTFE, PFA, and borosilicate glass are not to be used. After that, the system shall not be subjected to shock, sudden impact, vibration, auditational load, or permanent external action of aggressive vapors. Always check and rectify any leak. Next, be extremely careful when handling hazardous, flammable, or polluting materials by wearing mask and gloves. Restore the system to operating condition after any repair job. Make sure the system is sufficiently ventilated when working at atmospheric pressure. Only a properly trained staff shall be allowed to carry out any servicing. Manufacturer's manual must always be observed. After that, before any servicing, shut down the whole operation and let the system to cool down and be properly ventilated. Do not use any coarse or abrasive cleaners on glass components. Leaking couplings should be carefully retightened. Replace any gasket or seal if necessary. So how can we collect the data and results? The sample of raffinate and extract were collected from valve HV17 and HV15 carefully for every 2 minutes. Record the refractive index (RI) values of both samples until constant and use the calibration curve Appendix D to determine the acetone solute composition in each phase. All data were recorded in Appendix A. The missing data: first, composition; second, required theoretical extraction stage; third, high equivalent theoretical plates HETP; and lastly, efficiency. So how can we obtain the missing data? First, using the composition formula. Second, we can refer to the Appendix B. Third, using the HETP formula, and lastly, using efficiency formula. So the formula is percent composition equals to mass of element in 1 mole of compound over mass of compound in 1 mole of compound times 100%. Second, HETP equals to effective volume height over number of theoretical 1 plates. Third, efficiency equals to amount of extracted solute over amount of solute feed. The expected result: I can determine the high equivalent theoretical plates HETP for the column. I can also determine the effect of the solvent to feed flow rate ratios and rotating disk speed on the HETP. And lastly, I also can determine the required theoretical extraction stage from the liquid-liquid extraction experiment results. Thank you.